So we know that Kathy and Frank are living in Quincy, and you're a Quincy resident as well. How long have you lived here?
I have lived about 20 years here in
All
the
right.
Quincy area.
And your work life, tell us what you do.
Well, yeah, before I was a partner at PricewaterhouseCoopers and then an IBM. So we do a supply chain, help on the technology side, on cybersecurity, which is famous these days. Every day happens something, so we help companies to actually manage to that and help to prevent that to happen. We do as well risk management, and we project management mainly, that's we do. And now, but that will link that to the science festival as well. We try to engage also kids in understanding we want to do some workshops on cybersecurity, a couple of workshops in building, but we do a lot of, because we do supply chain as well, we help them to understand, for example, when you talk about how do you mix art and engineering, we're going to say, okay, how you create a toy, or how you create something you want to buy. We do a little workshop where kids going to create a design, and it comes on the artistic side. Then somebody has to build that with Legos, and then so they procure it and assemble it, and then they have to convince people to buy their product. So that's all the part of art. So that's how you mix the art with the engineering and the technology side.
Yes,
so
and
it comes together.
Oh, that's great. And so, what ages should a family bring their kids? What are the ages?
We've seen very young children, although I would say for the very youngest, there are not as many things to engage them. Although this year, to divert a little bit, we are going to have more in the form of jigsaw puzzles, and we're going to have them for very young children, as well as kids that are a little older. So things that very small children can put together, real simple stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
so it can be
it goes from 4 to 18.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So it's anybody with a school-aged or younger, older child can come and enjoy.
Right. And however, we have seen some workshops that actually, probably 50% of them were adults. We were so interested. The adults came into the workshop just because they were interested in that. We did some this year to do work collaborative as well. So we did some workshops for that on learning basic things on programming. So they came and learned. So it's a mix between some young adults, some teenagers, and some little kids.
So has that been your biggest surprise? Like, what is your biggest surprise? That it's growing every year, that adults are more...
My biggest surprise is that it happened more than one time.
Oh, right. Yes.
Never expected that.
Right.
Never expected that, yes.
An ongoing event, and it's garnering more interest.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Tell us about what you have on the table here. Were you going to refer to the sponsor?
Yeah. So one thing is we are part of the MIT Cambridge Science Festival. We are members of that.
Oh,
so there are, different companies that present that, like IBM or Biogen, Akamai, so those companies, Fortune 500 companies. So now we also are part of that. So we're members of that. So now it's not sure it's the first time or not, but it's in the same brochure is together Quincy with Fortune 500 companies presenting something, giving the opportunity to children to really learn about it. Learning the drinks from great companies. Also, we have Boston Scientific coming to present this. Came last year, will come again this year. We have last year the Salt Systems. It's another Fortune 500 companies. They bring all this new technology to the children so that they are exposure and learn about it. So we have about 50 expositors here in Quincy.
Wow.
And then we're also going to be giving this brochure through the schools, so they can learn to see other opportunities all the week in the vacation week. So they have things to do every day.
Right.
And then on Saturday, they can combine that with joining us here in Quincy.
That's great.
In the Queen's Center for Innovation.
And then, so tickets are, tell me about the ticketing.
The ticketing. It's very important for you guys, for everybody to reserve
a spot, because are tickets a cost?
They're free.
It's a free
event, but have to be registered.
Okay.
And then
can you register by person or family or?
You have to register by family, but you have to list every person.
Okay.
So we can know the age of the people that is coming this time. So
yes.
Because just to be able to accommodate better expositions according to the ages. That's one thing. The second thing is there is a little waiver that they have to sign as they come. It's part of they all will find out all that in the website.
Right. While you're setting up, so Kat, it wasn't this fancy, right, when you started, right? Did you do tickets at the?
No. No, we didn't. No. The registration was much simpler. It was just as people came in.
But it's so cool how, like, the technology side can make it so. He's going to show us in just a moment. just how the phones can line up and you can register with real ease. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna put over here. So you're gonna receive in this.
Yeah.
Well, it comes.
yeah, face that right over to, yeah, there you go. And is it switched over?
Hopefully it will switch on it.
Yeah, I'd put it on its side here.
Well, anyway.
There you go.
So you will receive, within the brochure, you will see some flyers. And when you see the flyer, this is a little QR code. Many of you are familiar with the QR codes. In particular, all the teenagers are familiar with them.
Oh, yes.
But if you are not,
Or Duncan, you know, when people go get their coffee, they
coffee,
do it now, yeah.
Right. So you just grab your phone, put your camera mode, point to it. It will pop up in your phone. And then from that point, you go straight into the website. And from there, you can just click on the tickets and reserve the ticket.
And you will reserve your ticket and list your family members. And is it a rolling start? Like anybody can show up at any time? Is that
Right.
Yes,
depending
yes,
on-
yes. And the idea we're allocating 2 hours per registration. So you can select a time that you want to come. It's at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. Right? 2 hours.
Try to accommodate
just
the
to
numbers
accommodate
that have
most
been
of the
coming.
people. Because, last year, just to be able to give opportunity to others, we're limiting about 200 people per hour. So
Oh, all right. And they'll walk through
We'll
all
walk
the
through these
exhibits
things.
and
Right.
stuff.
yeah, so they can spend 2 hours there and then just. If there are sometimes when it's lower people, they can stay longer. But the idea. Then we're gonna have the tickets also for the laureate, the Nobel Prize laureate.
Right, right.
As you come in, we're also gonna release. Follow us in Twitter and Instagram because we're gonna release the tickets there. Gonna be limited number of tickets.
All right.
And
What
then,
is your handle? Do you know your Twitter handle?
Yes, it's a South Shore sign. And then
Okay.
is that in the brochure is there as well. It's on our
Great.
website. You can see that. You can follow us there and on Instagram. And we have been raffling some tickets for the Museum of Science for movies, and so they follow us. They can come
Great.
and get the advantage to get a reservation for the Nobel Prize laureate.
And there is a call for volunteers, Kathy.
Definitely, yeah.
Tell us what you're looking for.
I need people to help me with my sports and games, and it includes some very simple games like string hand telephones, and doing games to learn about center of mass, your axis of rotation. We're going to be doing stories this year, and I do have a nice crew of people that I haven't been able to get together with yet because of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you will.
I will,
I have no
right.
doubt.
And we have some stories. In fact, I could tell you about a couple of them right now.
Oh, sure.
And one of them is the
It's the night
Night Gardener. And this is a story that gets into colors. And we're going to do 1 or 2 activities that teach kids about how colors mix and how colors can unmix, believe it or not.
Okay.
So
So that's
the
the
science in
one.
that. And we may be doing this story about soccer. What's his name?
Morgan.
Morgan plays soccer. And hopefully with a little bit of soccer kicks afterwards for the kids.
Yes.
And there's some others. We did last year, we'll probably do it again this year, the rainbow fish. And it's about a beautiful fish. All his colors refract into all the colors of the rainbow. And we did activities to teach kids about that. For example, your ring, your diamond
yes.
ring refracts into the
Yes.
colors of the rainbow.
Oh, yes.
And we showed the kids other things like that. And then the activity that we did afterwards was an art activity about all
About
the main colors, Roy G. Biv, red, orange,
Nice.
yellow, yeah. And you can learn about the science of light.
Oh, you don't want to
no,
show
no,
Johnny.
but that's okay. It's Johnny
Okay.
Cash. I
Oh,
love him.
see.
You can learn about how light refracts into the colors, and you can also learn not just refraction, but reflection, because you look
wow.
into the disc and you can see your
Yes.
reflection.
But then,
You can learn about the science of light in a disc
while listening to
while listening to music.
Johnny Cash.
You see it everywhere.
So, what I love about your enthusiasm is it's very infectious. You guys are very excited. One of my goals on every show is to ask guests who are here to encourage others to follow their passions. There may be someone out there that has a similar passion about painting, or how would you, and I'll start with you, Manuel, how would you encourage someone to follow in what they really enjoy?
Well, I gotta tell something. In particular here in Queens, I think I have noticed that people is very helpful. People is very passionate. You ask for volunteers, they come and help you. And if you have a passion or you wanna share, it's more important that you wanna share with others, so they can encourage other kids to to get the science and to get fun with it. If you find that part, people gonna come and help you to do that. And if you find something that you need passion, just ask for help and they will come and help you and be part of it. And don't wait something. If you want something happen, don't wait for somebody else do it. You take that leader and try to get it done.
Oh, that's
and get other people to help you to do that.
And with both of you, and then I'll get to your answer, with both of you, you guys have created a terrific event where more interest. And
I'm hoping it's the precedent to a permanent science festival.
Yes.
There are so many things that we want to do in this area, in Quincy and in the South Shore, and I think it's a great thing to tie into the Quincy to Cambridge science corridor.
Right.
It's a big part of it, and I'd love to see it get bigger. And there was one other thing that I was going to say.
Well, how would you encourage someone to follow their passions?
Well, to find something that you like and try to find the science in it. And it's not just science, it's technology, engineering, arts, and math. And the way things, and hands-on, it's hands-on stuff. That's such an important way to learn. And, learning something in a book is definitely not enough. But when you can experience it, you get it. And I feel that everybody's bodies are physicists. Your body understands physics.
Right.
And when you can give a name to what it is your body is experiencing, you're getting the concept. And the one I just gave you the example of was collision. That's a physics principle. And you understand what collision is, you understand it every time you experience it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great way to reinforce something.
So I'm going to have Grace show in the control room our website to get in touch with me, to be a part of our show. And in the meantime, so email me. I'm on Twitter. Come on and share your passion like Manuel and Kathy have. This has been a terrific show, but before we go, list me the website, where the event is again, the date and time, if you want to take that, Kathy.
The website is www.southshorescience.org. And what else do you want me to list?
Manuel, like with the date?
It is on the Quincy Center for Innovation.
Yes, right.
180 Old Colony Avenue, here in Quincy. It's right behind Central Middle School, where is the Eastern Nazarene building. Now it's the Quincy Center for Innovation right there. It is on April 21st on a Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. But again, please register. So otherwise you have to wait a line there. Yes, we have a limited number of walk-in passes. So you still cannot be able to do that, but you have to wait until people pre-register go first.
And if people wanted to get in touch with you with questions, is there information on that website?
Yes, in that website you click contact, you can email this, or you can email us to team@southshorescience.org.
Great, great.
Did we mention the high school students that bring their science fair projects?
Oh,
yes,
very interesting.
Yeah, for the last couple of years we've been going to science festivals, science fairs, and picking kids that we think that would do well in our science festival, projects that kids would like and that they could be made interactive so that their visitors can do some hands-on things with what they're doing.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you a story about that. So originally we were planning, doing an event, bringing all these kids with experiments on, and then Nina Lian came to the idea, said, hey, why don't we be part of the science fairs and be part of this? We get connected there, and it was great. They invited us to become judges and come and visit them, and just these kids have been given the opportunity to present in front of 400 to 500 companies, in front of other entrepreneurs, and mixing them, their passion, bring again their passions. Bringing them, there is a kid that actually, his name is Alexander Island. He was a winner for this year on the Quincy High School on his project, and he was presenting with us last year.
Terrific.
And he's creating you gotta come to see what his project is.
Find out more about it. Come and find out more about it.
Oh my gosh, well, you guys are throwing it's really cool, and I'm glad that it's available to the city, and we really appreciate you coming on and sharing about this upcoming event. And we hope you feel better, Kathy.
Thank you.
You're in good hands with